طيب بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Today we'll talk about principle of endodontic rotary instrumentation. In general, I will make it like a general principle. If you want to use rotary or not rotary instruments. But we will focus a little bit about rotary instrumentation. I will focus today also on ProTape and X. However, there is two other systems here I will show you. It's not about the system itself. It's about how to deal with the system. So read the system, go Google it, YouTube, see the principle, see the sequence of using the instrument, then you will be fine. But the principle is very important. So first, why we do root canal to start with? Who can tell me? Why we use root canal treatment? Why we do it?
In case of problem process, we need to remove the core
Okay.
meaning that
عشان eventually ايش الفاينل result؟
preserve the head.
Okay, if you have a root canal problem, you grow the tooth, then the tooth has a lesion, then there is a pus, then there is bone destruction, then eventually what you're gonna have? You will lose the tooth, right? So باختصار احنا we do root canal in general to save teeth. If you get specific, there is two reasons. واحد انه if there is pulp necrosis, we start immediately and treat. If there is a lesion, we treat the tooth so the lesion will heal eventually. عشان كده احنا نسوي للسببين هذه التالية. في حاجة مهمة بالنسبة لي اليوم أتكلم عنها، خاصة أي مكان أروح أتكلم عن ده. في ناس كتير they work forever and they work for 20 years and unfortunately they work wrong. They have wrong principles and they keep following this wrong principle. So today, inshallah, if you are on the right path, if you are correct path, I will push you forward, inshallah. If you are in the wrong track or on the wrong path, I will put you again to the right place. This is very important. When I go outside, I realize people work for endo like for more than 20 years, and they don't use rubber dam and they don't use sodium chloride. So they are not doing root canal, they are doing something else. You get the point? So this is the two main reasons why we do root canal, as you see here in the picture. Either there is pulp necrosis to prevent radicular disease, or if there is a disease, you heal the disease. What is the main principle of doing root canal treatment? So everybody study this and book, and you can do it with hand instrumentation, with pipe, with everything. أول شيء, to remove all the vital and necrotic tissue. You need to create like a sufficient space for irrigation. This is why they call it shaping and cleaning. ايش الفكرة shaping and cleaning؟ معناته first you create a shape عشان تقدر تنظف بعد كده. And do disinfection. حط اللي هو solution inside the root canal system. So also you have to preserve the apical anatomy or avoid atrophic damage. تروح عند الدكاتره لو يسوي لك root canal perfect and it looks nice in the X-ray. بس تلقاه فتح الاكسس cavity like this and tooth destruction and there is ledge and there is so many things in the X-ray. And he said, okay, look at my root canal, it looks beautiful. Come on man, you got the tooth. And you say, sorry for the language. Anyway, so here one of the things that I have seen like recently, lower premolar has a dangerous zone. Who heard about this one? The mesial root is always like a ribbon shape, or like, I don't know what to call this shape, but you can see here in the middle, there is a curve. If you prepare this tooth in this area, so mesially, or like distally, you will have some strip perforation. This is the case I saw last week. One of your friend, he came from a private dentist, and he did the root canal treatment and he put calcium hydroxide. First, look what he did at the end. He opened the apical frame. Too much. And also, look at the strip perforation. You see it? In the middle? It's he almost like inside the ball. What I did is, I cannot do much. I just removed the calcium hydroxide and I tried to maintain my gut pressure inside the root canal system. But here, the healing, I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Okay? Like, also, you need to facilitate root canal filling, prevention of the reinfection by operation, preservation of sound dentin, as we said before. It's not just doing the root canal, you have to preserve as much as you can from dentin. Okay? So, who is our enemy? بشكل عام, what's our main problem في الendo? أو في البريود disease? endo period, غالبا ايش المشكلة فيه؟ micro organisms in general. وفي الendo خاصة بالبكتيريا itself. They did too many studies على الفيران, study على الجرود, على الإنسان, and they found that bacteria is always there, so there is an infection. So, what does that mean? You need to kill the bacteria. And if you are not using sodium chloride, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. And you are lucky. The system or the immune system of the body is strong enough. If you do a rubbish treatment, the body will take it for a while. But eventually, the problem will come back. Okay? So, here, the very important slide that I consider is one of the important slides, and it's everything about endo, which is you have to go through all this process to do a root canal treatment. And if you realize, cleaning and shaping or instrumentation is just one step of all of this, which include like rotary instrumentation. So, you have to go through diagnosis, case selection, anesthesia, and every one of these has a chapter, or at least 1 or 2 lectures. But I believe everybody go through this before you start. Taking like a proper diagnosis is very important. Why? Sometimes the problem is not the root canal system. The problem is somewhere in the neuralgia, somewhere else, and you do a root canal treatment, nothing will happen. Even if the tooth needs a root canal treatment, but nothing will happen. The pain will persist. Case selection. What I mean by case selection? Until now, I don't feel bad to refer a patient to Dr. Najib or to Dr. Hemant. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like anything. ليش؟ You have a specific training. دربت بأدوات معينة، عندك علم معين وسكيلز معينة، you know your limit. فأنت الآن في الامتياز اشتغلت حالة مختلفة وأنت طالب. So if you know the case you cannot manage it, don't play with it. Go to specialist, sit with him, look at him how he deals with the case, then eventually you will learn. But doing everything that you think you know everything, no, it's not going to work like this, okay? Isolation, one of the most important steps, and in the private sector they don't care about it. Tell me two more things that are very important about isolation. واحد, facilitate اللي هو root canal treatment, facilitate irrigation, protection yourself and the patient. Protection yourself how? Let's say you work with the patient and the file slip and it goes to the patient mouth or to the patient throat. Your job is done. Right? You're not going to work as a dentist at all. Especially if they go to the court and they saw you, you'll be in trouble. So this for yourself. The other thing, to make your life easy, if you put rubber dam and wash, to be honest, you make your life too much easier. So about coronal access cavity and coronal flare, walking length, everybody goes through this, even if you think about it or not. But believe me, every stage you miss here, you make your life difficult eventually. So focus on every step. Disinfection, operation, and coronal restoration. I will go through this like slowly, and I will focus on the more important thing today we'll have to discuss. Access cavity. When you take an X-ray, you have to look at two things. Look at the pulp chamber. What is the pulp chamber? This is number one. Then look at the tip of the crown. And do a measurement from the tip of the crown to the roof of the pulp chamber. Well, as you see it here. So, let's say it's 4 millimeters. That means your bear should go 4 millimeters and you are where? The pulp chamber. لو رحت 5 milli, if you go 5 millimeters and you're not in the pulp chamber, where are you? Okay. No, actually you are still like digging in the dentist but somewhere else. Yes. So if you go, let's say 3 millimeters and you see blood. That means you are where? In the pulp? No, you did the measurement. Right, then you do lateral perforation, side perforation. Okay? If you go 7 millimeters, what is the possible damage you might make here? Exactly, under 14. So this is very critical. Go. Measure it, 3 millimeters, I go with the pear 3 millimeters. And I take like endo explorer, like here, and poke with it. About go. It will tell you are you in the pulp or not. If it stick with me, I take a small file, number 10, and I go inside. So don't hurry and do everything with the pear. It's not like that. And once you are in the pulp chamber, all your movement will be lateral movement. There is no more apical movement at all. Well, lateral movement. مين شاف يشتغل مع حالة من يومين radix molarity? You see my movement? You already did the access cavity. All my movement is lateral and just gentle touch. What I mean by gentle touch, or like a little strong gentle touch, which means if there is like an underlying enamel, it will go with me. If there is strong enamel and dentin, I will never cut. نفترض جدا الآن عندك قطعة خشب قطعة فلين لازقين بعض. You can apply force that will tell you I'm carrying through the فلين or carrying through the wood. الفرق القوة يفرق معك صح ولا لا؟ في قوة معينة تستخدمها تقول just cut the فلين. لو قويت أكثر راح تقطع الخشب. You see what I mean? You have to control this like tactile sensation. You have to control it. بعد كده axis cavity straight. After that you go straight and go down. I think this wastes time. Just take the bird and go in the central fossa or like in the cingulum and go straight. So you will hit the tooth straight. In the central inside, always lateral inside, the canine. When you look at the tooth straight, I want to see the root all the way down. Not you see like this and you see like a white dented. That means you are somewhere in the buccal side. So what's this? Put this in your mind always, okay? Central inside sometimes become difficult because you're metallic. Coronal flare. ايش معنى coronal flare? Somebody tell me what is the coronal flare? Normally, if you go like this, is the tooth. Here the top chamber. This is the crown. And normally, if you put the tooth in 3 sections. 1. So this is coronal. This is middle. This is apical. When I do the axis cavity, I open this one like this, okay? Now my job after the axis cavity, some people they go straight forward, they want to get this point. No. Do the axis cavity here. This is my axis cavity. Then this time you need just to focus on the coronal flare. You have to put like number 10 or 15 file, negotiate the canal, make sure that you're in the canal. Then you work in this side, the coronal part. They put coronal flare. Why I do that? واحد يسهل لي irrigation. Number 2, make my life easy for the next file. If you put the file and the file is touching all the walls, it's difficult to go in all the way down. If you want to put small file, you want to just the tip of the file just touching inside. Voila. So here, after you can use gate skeleton or any kind of instrument. You don't need to go all the way down. Just go halfway. If the tooth is necrotic, normally the necrosis starts from the top to bottom. Voila. If you do not do this way, and you keep just pushing the files inside, you will push the bacteria down here, and sometimes all the way outside. You don't want this to happen. So you want to clean this part, open it, irrigation, 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 then go to the second part, then go to the apical. They call it like crown down technique. Voila. So this is very important. You can use gate skeleton here, always is easy. 2, 1, 3. مين يقول الجيت skeleton كيف تستخدمه؟ Water or without water? Without water. And the speed? Slow speed. Slow speed that just enough to cut dentin. The people do perforation with gate skeleton because they put it in high, the highest like speed, and they use with water. So it will be like, boom, it's easy to do perforation. So we do want to do that. So next step, look at how they do the coronal flare. This with the Rotary instrumentation or with any kind of file. Step by step and in a brushing motion. I'm not pushing the tooth forward down. I'm just doing lateral brushing and I go deeper a little bit. Apex locator. Can somebody tell me what is the only thing that apex locator tells you? One thing. Apex locator can tell you. Just one thing. What is it? No. Huh?
If you are passing the...
Which means you are touching the period. You are touching the period. Wow. Oh wait, sir, okay, I'm going to get that up. Sir, you put the hook here and you attach the file. When the file touches the period, the cycle will continue. So the only point, or the only thing that apex locator tell you is like in and out point. You are touching the period or not touching the period. All the green stuff, 1, 2, 3 is nonsense, okay? I think they put it for fun. It looks beautiful. There's 2 main things you have to do when you use apex locator. Number 1, make sure the battery is full. Number 2, you touch the hook with the tip. If it goes to the red, that means it's working. قبل ما تحطه في البيشن ماوس. Some people they put it in the patient mouth and it's not working at all. So this is the main 2 things you have to do before you start. If the battery is low, it's better to change it. Always, okay? Like, when I go with the apex locator, I find the in and out point. What should I do now? I go to 1 millimeter or half millimeter or 2 millimeter short?
No.
Where is my working in? Half or 1? Okay. بعضهم يقول لك apical constriction, بعضهم the easiest, بعضهم. It is so many things. But I would prefer to go half or 1 millimeter short. Okay? Because the tissues down there, becomes more dental ligament than a partition. Well, you are in the right range. My personal preference right now is to do 1 millimeter short. Like this is my in and out point at 3 millimeters. 20 millimeters, I feel the red, I pull it, it goes inside. It goes inside to the green or red or blue, something else. I need the in and out point. 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, I find that length, 20 millimeters. I subtract 1 millimeter. I take the out and okay, I work on 19. If you work on 19, somehow when you are working, you definitely will go outside sometimes. So you cannot control this. It's like 1 millimeter, you cannot control 1 millimeter. So you will be clean either way. And if you clean all that way down, irrigation will go with you well. Next, look at the extricator, look at the reading here. This is something like you want to do. Look at what is the opening of the frame. You see it's on the lateral side and it's like an oval shape, it's not round. So this is why some people look at the X-ray, oh, this is short, Dr. No, it's not short. This is what extricator told. We know that for sure. The anatomy, the framing is on the side, it's not on the tip. Very rarely, like maybe 2-3% is in the end of the tooth, okay? Or the root, sorry. Look at the X-rays here. Sometimes you take X-ray like this, the first one down, and it looks like perfect, but actually you're outside. Because the root is not always perfect when it's closing. It will close the side, it will close like that, like this. You cannot control it. So you want to make sure that you're cleaning and shaping and your file, your gut push, always inside the root. My job as an endodontist, clean from inside and disinfect. Outside is gut job. Allah, the gut creates you like this. Your body to respond to this immediately. It's not my job. And my job as a dentist, clean and disinfect from inside. The rest is on the body. لو في مشكلة أو صار في extraordinar infection أو في حاجة برا I cannot control it, then I go for surgery. واضح؟ In general, more than 90% of the cases, you will do it without surgery. طيب, where to stop the instrumentation and observation? تكلمنا عن الموضوع. I will give the lecture for everybody who needs it. I can share it with you, that's okay. But save it. If you share it to somebody, you put my name, you put your name, okay? So, أنا بعض المعلومات اللي هو scientific. You can go back. This is some of the why we finish at بعضهم يقول لك 25 typical part 30 40 هذا يعتمد على التيبل. If you work with the old system, which is what is the old system? Step back. You go with the small file, go to table. You have to do step back and you go big size. With the rotary instrumentation, you will see now the tip is small, but the table is big. So when the table is big and you do brushing, you will create like a nice flow, like final shape. So you can do the irrigation and activation. Here's some type of like ethical constrictions. You can see it. Different kinds. بعضهم يقول لك, oh, I rely on my sensation, I can feel it. So what about if you find this one on the left, this down? 2 or 3 constrictions. How can you tell you are in the right one? So you have to trust the extricator and compare with X-ray. واضح؟ بتلاحظ حتى الآن there is no difference if you are doing that hand instrumentation or rotary instrumentation. This is the basic. Diagnosis, anesthesia, rubber dam, isolation, access cavity, coronal plate, and vocal length. Okay? So after that, now we decide what is our way. Shall we go with rotary instrumentation or we go with hand instrumentation? Let's say you have a kid, 8 years old male, with central incisor, and it's open like this. What kind of rotary instrumentation you want to use? In this case, I'm going to use it like a regular hand file to do the job, number 100 or whatever, 80 or 100, and you didn't need anything. Just a light touch and irrigation, because the tooth is wide open for you. Remember from the beginning we said shaping and cleaning. Now the shape is already corrected. There is a shape there. All I need to do is cleaning and disinfection. So it depends on the case. You select the rotary system. You can pause a little bit. As I said, it depends on the case, then you will decide is rotary instrumentation or hand instrumentation. Look at this case. This is a treatment of tooth number 7. And 7 in the American system, which means number 2, sorry, which is like 2-7 or 1-7. That's the second model. It's a C-shaped canal and it's huge and wide. What kind of file you can put there? No file can do the job really. So what I did, I used just gauge slitting, big hand file, and I touched the walls, ultrasonic. Then I did irrigation, then I fill the tooth with warm vertical condensation. So here, there is no file system can do the job for you. Well, cleaning and shaving, for sure, it's the most important step. هي اللي تسوي فرق عن الناس كلهم. يعني access cavity تعلمها بسهولة ممكن. Episcopator, X-rays, filling, but cleaning and shaving, the rotary, if you work with like 4 canals, 5 canals, 2 canals, you need some system that's easy and predictable. So rotary instrumentation, the makeup titanium, gives you this job. As we said before we start, this is like too many systems in the market. Which one you will use? This depends on you. How much you have money, how much money you have, where you work, are you care about quality, you want to break file or you want to break file? So there is so many things going on here. There is so many things important about the design. If you have any kind, somebody give you any kind of system. By looking at the system, by fixing the file, you will have some quality. I will know if this file is flexible or not. Then I will know from the cut of the file, is it sharp enough to cut, or is it just kind of brushing it. So from the slide here, can somebody tell me which one from here is very flexible?
The middle.
The one in the middle, because of what?
Thin and
It's that cross section. Cross section is small, so I'm expecting that to be more flexible. One on the left side, see how big is that file? I would say that one is really difficult to bend. So imagine that one in the root canal system, and the canal is very curvy. Which one you will use here? Okay, I will use the thin one, the one with the small cross section. Here's some other quality. Is it active or non-active? Active, I'm expecting that to cut really hard. The other one non-active is like landing. It's not cutting that fast. Maybe with the first one, 1, 2, 3 stroke, I will do all the job. The other one, you need more brushing. Because you see the landed area, it's just brushing the teeth, the tooth or the root canal system, not just cutting very hard. But this is very safe if you work in the apical part. The أول aggressive, if you go apically and you go a little bit outside, the file will do like this. Then you will have the root canal, the apical frame. أكيد إنها حصلت مع كثير، حتحصل معك لما تشتغل. So this is very important. We will watch this one. طبعا التيبر زي ما قلنا is very important. Normally with the rotary file nowadays like 06 or 04. ايش معنى 04 taper 06 08؟ who's aware about this؟ الايزو سيستم اللي هو القديم بتشوفوا ده اللي على اليسار. التب مثلا ناخذ فايل من 30 او 35. Small tip and the taper is 02. يعني كل ما طلعت يزيد 002 اللي هو في المساحه تبعي. فالفلير يكون صغير جدا. لما تروح 04 يصير توصل تبع فايل. لما تروح 06 يصير اكبر. طبعا هذا يسهل لي الموضوع اللي هو ان الشيب يكون نايس اند فلوبل اند فانل شيب. اوكي؟ ما تحتاج انك تسوي لما توصل ماستر فايل you need to do step back like the old system because I already have the shape. Well, احنا نسوي step back ليش اول؟ to give it the nice shape. Okay? So here once you reach the master apical file you are done. Your treatment, cleaning and shaving is done. You need just to do irrigation. This is a difference between 02 or 04 taper. Here avoiding separation. A lot of people when I go anywhere they always ask broken file. What can I do? Broken file. What can I do? The best thing to do is to avoid it. How to avoid it? Select a good system, have a good training, respect the tooth. You have to respect the tooth. It's not just when people outside they see them, they put the file and they expect the file to do everything for them. No. You guide the file. Your hand, your tooth, you guide the file and you do your job. Well, بعد فترة you will develop a sense, you will feel it. Am I in the right way or the wrong way? But first you need to have a sound and strong basics. Somebody teach you how to use it. Outside I see some people and they just put the file inside the root canal system and they start pushing. They never negotiate the small file. You have to use small file first. See the anatomy, how it looks like. So this is very important. Torque, ايش معنى torque؟ القوة العزم، okay? التورك أنا أشبهه بالسرعة. So any machine in front of you or any file, you have to use like put the speed and the torque. Speed اللي هو السرعة. أنت حتحدد كل system they will tell you it is like 300, 400, 500 whatever and they tell you the torque. التورك اللي هو العزم. مثال بسيط. مين شاف المروحة حقت الأطفال؟ مروحة الورق الهواء. Hold it and see how fast it goes with the air, but put your finger. It will just stop normally. It's not going to hurt you. وشوف المروحة اللي بالسقف. حطها على 4 شارع من 5. حط أصبعك ولا راسك. What do it? Boom. Why? Because there is torque. في عزم في قوة فيها. فهنا الفرق. أنت you need to set the file على torque معين وسرعة معينة to be efficient, to cut for you. أحيانا once you set it like this, then the control in your hand. your hand will manage it. You push harder, it will have more torque. If you like make it slowly and slowly, you will have a lower torque. If you use lubricant, it will be easier. If you not use any lubricant, if the tooth is calcified or not calcified, all of these make a difference. So you have to do some adjustment. Okay? طيب curve canal. مين يقول لي which one is difficult? The long curve or the small curve? I mean the sharp curve.
Sharp.
Why?
Sharp.
Yeah. The file will be difficult to bend, and at that area, the elbow area, the stress will be really high in that file, and it will break. The long one, if you work it like round down slowly, one by one, it will just go flow easy. Okay? So when you see something sharp like this, it's not your case. Send it to somebody else. You see the other one, the long one but curvy, you can have it right. واضح؟ طيب principles for rotary instrumentation. الآن قررنا إنه هنشتغل بروتري. إيش الحاجات المهمة اللي أشوف برا الناس ما يكتبوا فيها؟ أول شيء canal should be wet all the time. Repeat. Repeat. Canal should be wet all the time, like something else. So all the time. Keep canal wet all the time. No apical pressure. إيش معنى no apical pressure؟ أفهم. apical pressure. اوكي لا تطلب. ايش القوه اللي تحتاجها بالضبط؟ I need لو تاخذ الشارب بنسل وتبغى تكتب فيه. في قوه معينه لما تعديها يبدا ينزل معك البنسل. This is your force. ما تبغى تعدل القوه هذه. واضح؟ لانه لو عديت القوه دي راح تسوي اللي هو perforation وراح تسوي ليتش. You have to force it but a little like small force. هذا بتعلمها عنها. طبعا لازم تسوي اللي هو minimize cutting time. بعضهم يحط الروتري تشوف الجهاز يصيح and he's keep cutting. No, it's not like that. 1 millimeter at a time or 2 millimeter. 1 اطلع 2 3 4 اطلع برا انظفه irrigation ارجع مره ثانيه 1 2 3. So it's like minimize. كل ما minimize اللي هو time of cutting ما يكون في ستريس كبير على المسلوب. واضح؟ لانه حتطلعها تسوي تنظيف تسوي irrigation الابلكيشن من جديد ترجع كده. فايل كانه جديد كان. بينما لو حطيت الفايل يقول cut dentin and there will be like some tissues and there will be اللي هو مع السبيد يكون في حراره. All these affect the tooth and affect also the file. So irrigate, recapitulate and irrigate. ايش معنى irrigate and recapitulate and irrigate? Small file. Small file number 10 or 15. لما تشتغل there will be some debris inside. طبيعي. زلت الماء او whatever. If you do the irrigation, recapitulation تدخل بالفايل small file, تحرك الدبريز, it will be in the water, then it will go outside with you. This is why some people when they start working, the working length is 20, then after finishing the cleaning and shaving, they will end up by 18. Why? Because
a lot of debris.
There is debris and there is no water. Take the debris out, no irrigation I mean, and there is no recapitulation. You just pack, you cut and pack, like you are doing with the shaving inside. So you watch this. Check for patency frequently. Patency اللي وش معناته؟ اتاكد انه المنطقه اللي وصلت لها لو انا وصلت 20 ولسه الفايل السنت ولا 25 انا ريتش 20. I make sure next time when I put small file it go to 20. That means I don't block myself الاول. بعضهم يستخدم المصطلح ده في الابيكال بارت. patency معناته انا in and out. لو في دبريد او شيء I push it outside. واضح الفكره patency. patency معناها بشكل عام ان المنطقه اللي اشتغلت فيها clean and there is no debris in the middle. Well, this is in general. طيب طبعا لازم نستخدم initial file 10 and 15. My advice, my lovely and personal advice, never ever start number 15. Never ever. إلا لو center incisor وتحطه 50 يخش معك all the way down, it's another issue. But in general, most of the teeth, number 10 is your friend. Do a small curve. مين شاف الكيرف كيف نسويه؟ Small curve. To make a difference for your life. Okay? Glide path. ايش فائدة الجلايد باث؟ ايش معنى الجلايد باث؟ لا الجلايد باث معناته الروتري فايل is like a blind man ماشي and it's straight. It will go straight to the area he wants. Like راح يمشي في الاريا الاسهل له انه يروح straight. هو حديد في النهاية or like metal. So what happens is لازم تسلك له الطريق. شفتوا كيف المزارع او ايش يسوون؟ يسوون طريق المويه. المويه تنزل عمياني من فوق لتحت صح ولا لا؟ It will just follow the way. They will glide path. This is very important. أنت لازم تستخدم 10 at least ثم بعدها كثير الين الفايل يروح up and down easily in the root canal system without force. هوريكم في الورك شوب كيف نسوي. معناته the file is ready to receive the rotary instrumentation. قبل كده never use it. واضح؟ طيب it's very important in curve canal خاصة, and this will guide the rotary file inside. So this is very important. You focus on this one, you will see how life is easy after you use number 10 and 15 or number 10 at least. Lubricant, عندكم هذه العيادة صح؟ اللي هو الجل, EDTA gel. This is very good to start at the beginning, but not all the time, okay? شوف بعض الحالات اللي سويتها with different kind of files. The principle is the same. You just need to follow the system you are using, okay? It's one of the old cases I did, one of the old systems. Rotator, I think this is the old rotator. You see the classification here in the pulp chamber? But eventually, we do that calculation, we set 2 or 3 millimeter, you go and use the sharp instrument to poke inside to make sure that you're inside the root canal system. Now we'll talk about ProTable next. So, if you see the strip in the left, using number 10 and 15 and 20 down, or if you have enough money, they have now a rotary file, it will do the job of number 10. بدل ما تستخدم بيدك وتتعب وتسوي جلايد باث 2 4 كنال، عندهم ادوات تشتريها تكون ارخص تسوي لك الشغل هذا. اوكي؟ بس it will be like more expensive. You can use the hand file and you can use it forever. I don't think that I broke a hand file in my life, maybe 1 or 2 maximum. And I find people outside, they said they broke a lot of hand files. There is no reason whatsoever to break a hand file. I don't know why people break. There is one way, I think. And I saw it with a student. Okay, then use it. Throw it away. If it's bent or not good, throw it away. The other thing I believe is people screwing the file. شفته من كانوا يقشر الكوز. No, it's not like this. It's called a screw. You screw something, you screw something. You don't do it. It's like this motion, the one we teach you before, which is reaming action. Or there is like picking motion or circumferential motion. There is no thing called screwing. اعتقد ان الناس كثيرين يكسر الفايل بدأ يسوي انه يحط الفايل ويلف يلف 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 طبيعي حيمسك التيب اوف ذا فايل داون في اي مكان اللي هو فيه كيرف او تايب حيكمل يلف وحينكسر سمول فايل 10 and 15. So please respect the file, respect the anatomy, you will never break the file. واضح؟ السيستم بعد كده لو تشوف اي واحد عندكم السيستم عباره عن 3 main files, the yellow and the red and the blue. لو تشوف الشاشه عندك موجودين. This is the main files that you will use for most of the canal. If you need to go bigger, either you buy files, more files, or you can finish with hand file. We'll talk about this in the workshop. الفايل الأول إيش وظيفة الفايل الأول؟ الفايل الأول typically آخر 4-3 مللي is not cutting. Smooth and nice, and أنت already استخدمت number 10 and 15 files. It will just guide the root canal. It will guide the file inside. The file will cut in the middle and in the top. راح يقص في الميدل and في الكورونال part of the root canal system by brushing motion. بعد ما تستخدمه أن توصل للوركينج لينك هتستخدم الفايل اللي بعده. الفايل اللي بعده مصمم إنه يقص في أول 5 مللي تقريبا منه. Basically. But if you do the brushing, you will make the canal bigger and bigger. If the canal is big, you can use number 30. If it's canal small, then that's enough for you. We'll see this like in detail in the workshop. ProTable. طبعا نزل ProTable قديم ثم ProTable Universal ثم ProTable Next. مصمم ده الفايل وده التكنيك وانا I love it صراحة لسبب شو الآن أنا ما أتكلم I'm not talking with a company or anybody, I'm talking with you guys. I tried different system myself and I tried different system for the school to the student. And then I realized this file so far is friendly, easy to use, easy sequence. Just 3 file system, and sometimes you finish with 2 files. You don't need to go to the third. Very flexible. Treatment اللي سووه في الفايل ده وش بالضبط؟ عندهم عدة طرق يصنعوا الفايل. يعني تجيب الميتال نفسه وتقصه زمان، تقص الميتال بشكل معين ويستخدمه. حيكون في crack، حيكون في sharp edges. Once you use it, it will break. Now what they do heat treatment. They heat the metal. And they do the design and they heat it to some this like manufacturer secrets. بعضهم ما يعطوا الأسرار هذه. وصل لدرجة إنه small cross section, very flexible and strong at the same time. So these 3 qualities make the file is great. The other thing with this file is, if you want to make the canal bigger, you can do brushing, more brushing. It will cut on the side. Cutting on the side, it will never ever break the file. Breaking the file by pushing the file harder. And it will lock down there and it will keep continuing rotating. Then it will break at one point. But by doing brushing, there is nothing will break by brushing. You see what I mean? لو تسوي brushing لين تموت بالفايل it will never break. So let's go forward. هذا الكروس سكشن تبع الفايل كيف شكله هذا اللي على اليسار القديم pro table reversal and this is the pro table next. Look at the شكله مربع and look at the canal. I will play this video. There is some videos to see. It's very interesting. I don't know if this one's supporting or not. I'm not lucky enough, guys. I don't think this one is supporting. أحد عنده شاحن يكون شباب؟ شاحن يكون.
وصله بس.
Okay. So, unfortunately, it's not. كان في فيديوز كنت أتوقع إنها تشتغل. But it's okay. I will show you that in the lecture. I don't mind. طيب احنا قررنا خلاص الآن. هذا الفايل لو تشوف الكنال if it's round and it's touching just in 2 points. It's not touching all the points. It will have some space so the debris will be collected. Okay. So this under the electronic microscope how it looks like. It's very interesting. Look at this. This is what I mean by if the file is like they call it swaggering movement or like snake movement. It will touch at one side of the root canal system and the other side is not cut. So that space is give it like an area. It will collect the dust or the debris and go outside. M-wire technology, I just talked about it, which is like special heat treatment with special design to make the file stronger and stronger. Here, as I said, this is the tip of the file, this is the sizes. You don't need to go in very details about the system. This is what I mean by this system is very user-friendly, easy, straightforward, you will love it. Here are the steps as we start before. You access cavity, then you have to go through coronal flare. You can do the coronal flare with either rotary files or with what? With case clearance, as we learned before. After that, you will put some lubricant, either sodium chloride, gel, whatever kind of lubricant, and use small file number 10 to negotiate the canal until you reach the working lane. Verified glide path. What does that mean? Verified glide path. That means I want the file to go up and down without moving the file. I just pushing the file. واضح؟ الفايل لما يوصل لدرجة إنه تخش and go out without moving the file, that means you are ready to go to the next file or to the rotary path. واضح؟ I'll show you this in the workshop clearly and you will see the difference. After that you continue with the small file. Then you start, you see how many irrigation he's doing here? And use the first file, X1, they call it X1. Then after you finish with X1 you go to X2. Most of the canal, especially small canals, you will end up by the red one. The red one, the tip is 25, but the taper is 06. And if you do more brushing, you will make like a bigger canal. The file is like this. لو عندك file straight and you rotate, you will rotate in the same place. But if the file doing like this and you keep rotating, you will get like more space. See what I mean?
Yes.
And it will be like bigger. Like here they use the big file, the 30 and 40 and 50 if you have a big canal. But if you realize this file, it will just cut at the tip to make it stop. So you don't need to buy this one. You can finish with hand file. Until now you're doing everything with hand files, right? Your canal number 60. I will just use hand file to make it stop. And I will finish my root canal treatment by lateral condensation. Voila! You didn't need to buy those files. Then obturation. There's so many systems used. So far you are using what? Lateral condensation. You can keep doing lateral condensation. There is no problem. Or with this file I will show you there is a matching gutted pressure. If you use the red, there is a red paper point, gutted pressure. But you need to do one vertical condensation or you need to add some lateral cones. Because if you do brushing, you will create more space. Maybe at the tip the file will touch very well. I mean the gutted pressure will be like tightly in the apical part, but middle and coronal definitely there will be some space. So don't do like those people who put the cone and they cut it from the orifice. There will be a space, believe me, okay? So try your best is to add some lateral cones, okay? If you use this one, or use lateral condensation, the regular system we teach you before. We taught you before. So how to make gutted pressure stop in the root canal system? This is very important question. أحيانا لفترة طويلة من الزمن وأنا أشتغل and I don't know why my gutta percha stop inside. Either you do a continuous taper preparation. إيش معنى continuous taper? If I use the rotary part, it will be nice and smooth all the way down, so the gutta percha will hold easily. Or we do apical stop, like the step back is apical stop, right? Or MTA block. إيش معنى MTA block? If the canal is open more than 100, you cannot put gutta percha. It's difficult, right? نحط MTA جوة الكنال at the apical part زي البلاك قفلة يعني كده. Then we finish the root canal system with lateral. I will show you some picture. Or pure luck. بالصدفة أنا أحيانا كثير اكتشفت بعد فترة من الزمن إنه أنا I don't know why my gutta percha stop there. مرة تطلع أطول، مرة أقصر، مرة وسط، مرة because I didn't have the control. Now I learned this the hard way. Look at this case. Patient came like this with an open apex, small open apex. There is like already a radiolucency. So whenever there is a radiolucency or infection, you expect that the root is resolved. It's not normal root. And here the canal is widening. It becomes more parallel, more than like in a final shape. So look what happened. I finished my cleaning and shaping. I put the gutta percha and it's outside. I cut the gutta percha. I thought that my gutta percha is held at the end, but unfortunately the gutta percha was holding at the lateral side, like in the middle part of the tooth. The gutta percha was holding, not in the apical part. So when I do my obturation and I push hard, look what happened. The gutta percha is out about 3 millimeters. معناته هنا ايش هي المشكلة؟ I don't have a continuous taper down. I don't have stop. I have nothing. But by luck, I put the gutta percha and stop at the beginning. عشان كذا you make sure now when you put the gutta percha, make sure that the resistance is from the apical part, not from the coronal or middle part. واضح الفكرة؟ So what should you do in this case?
إذا الجتا برجع عدت
أنا في الكيس دي وكملت الحشوة. What should I do? Good. If it's not work then apical. ما حد يسوي التريتمنت immediately? It's like a piece of cake. If I do it myself, it's very difficult to remove it because I know what I do, how I do it. Warm vertical condensation. مين شاف warm vertical condensation? You just get pressure 4 millimeter and you condense it, then you inject and you just inject. It's very dense. It's very difficult to be removed. It's not like lateral condensation. بعضهم برا يحطوا 4-5 كون وقل ما يقدر تشيلها بصبع كذا بال. So there's a big difference. I like that answer because I do the principles. بدي ماشي صح؟ I put rubber down and I did disinfection very well, and I know that biologically the tooth from inside is perfect as much as I could. Then I fill the root canal system. Then this is the body system. The body system will respond to what is outside. You see what I mean? If it works, perfect. If it did not work, I will go for surgery later. So, and this step by step. Then the gutta percha will hold in 3-dimensional. Because it's round, and the gutta percha is round, it will hold from all the walls. It's not just from apical stub. Apical stub is, this is one of the experiments I did. And look how the gutta percha is holding down there after cleaning and shaping. This with a microscope. Here's the apical stub. The problem with the apical stub is you need to add a lot of cones on the side. Here how it looks like. And this is the MTA plug. A tooth is open like that. So you have to put MTA plug at the apical part. حط قطنة فيها موية. Leave it for 1 day until it become hard. Then you fill the root canal system with regular gutta percha. Okay? You can be really fast, really good, but not both. واضح? It's very important. بعضهم يعتقد بالروتري بايب إنه أنا could finish my job easily. واحدة حالة مع الامتياز من غير ذكر أولاد ولا بنات. They put the rubber, the cone, and they are ready to obturate. And when I look, the pulp chamber, there is cotton in the pulp chamber. There is no deroofing. There is so many things going on in the part. So this is not a root canal. Root canal system is from A to Z. It's not just putting gutta percha inside the root canal system. It's doing a perfect access cavity. Don't leave anything behind. Remove all the tissue, disinfect, then do a root canal system and finish with obturation. You see what I mean? It's not just rotary part make you faster and that's it. No, take it step by step. No matter what you do, inside the root canal system, you're not touching all the wall. We know that by experiments. So there is about more than 30% of the root canal system is not touched. Your file is round, the root canal system is not round. As simple as that. كيف تبغى شيء round ينظف شيء is not round? To never happen. what should I do with this part that I cannot clean?
By irrigation.
Irrigation, excellent. Irrigation and activation. What I mean by activation?
انت irrigation جوا انت تدخل فايل ممكن تعمل.
Exactly. It's like by physical motion. I put the file or get pressure or any kind of activators to move the tissue, to move the solution. The solution will flow and go in the isthmuses, lateral canals, and the other places. And sodium hypochlorite, what it will do? Disinfect and dissolve. عنده خاصية صوديوم hypochlorite مختلف عن باقي السوليوشن كلها اللي تستخدموها. Dissolve tissue. لو أنت في البيت الآن حط قطعة لحمة أو دجاج أو أي شيء أو جمبري كلوركس انتظرها نص ساعة. Do. That's what happening exactly in the root canal system. It dissolves the tissue. سواء necrotic tissue or vital tissue. This is why I love to irrigate. Anybody work with a case with me before, or he will work, he will see how much I irrigate. And I do a low activation. So, what is the best solution to use? You will hear outside people using this and that and saline and so many solutions. But basically, if you end up by having just one solution, نرحب بالدكتورة هاشم بلي وزميلنا طبعا اندودونتست وحشوة تجميلية وعضلات. You can use so many irrigation, but if you stop and you will just use one, what you will use? Sodium chloride. And what is the strength? بعضهم يخلطوه بمويه يخليه smooth like خفيف.
خفيف.
What is the difference if you use full strength or non-full strength? Yes. So what will happen with the concentration?
Maybe toxicity.
What?
More toxic to that.
Very good point, but not like that. As I said, we are caring about root canal system inside. I don't care about what is outside. Killing the bacteria, it will happen with small concentration or high concentration. But we care about the time. يعني انت لو تجيب نسبة خفيفة عشان تقتل بكتيريا معينة هتاخذ وقت أكثر. Root canal system, when we are clean, I mean like working on the patients, it will be very difficult because what happened? You have a limited time with the patient. You cannot let the patient sit for 2, 3, 4 hours. So when I work in that time, I will use full concentration, I will activate the solution, I will do my best to finish in a minimum time. So this is very important with me. So high concentration and what is the other thing? And enough solution. You need to use like at least السرنجة اللي استخدموها تقريبا 3 سي سي صح؟ يبقى تستخدم 2 syringe or 3 syringe at least. One or half one is not enough. People using saline outside, they are not doing a root canal treatment, they are doing something else. So don't listen to them. You can use it to flush the material outside, flush the dentin, but it's not for disinfection. واضح؟ فيضحك عليك أحد يقول لك saline is enough. It's not my word, this is from books. Okay? Obturation, as we said, there is so many systems. It's up to you what kind of system you are using. Coronal restoration. متى تحط الكورونال restoration؟
على طول.
As soon as possible. أحيانا it's not possible to put it immediately because you need post and core and crown, for example. But my advice is, you work now, you will go outside and you work in the Ministry of Health or other places. Never ever put a cotton and temporary filling and let the patient go. Never ever do that. Unless you know for sure he will come for you tomorrow, or you are in private practice and you know he's coming for you or for your friend. ليش? Our patient, unfortunately, they will just leave until the pain comes again. So it will leak and the bacteria and everything will go inside. So put 2 layers of temporary restoration. Cabbage or any kind of iron or any kind of material that different color from the tooth. Then put glass enamel on the top. If you put all glass enamel, the next dentist who come to do like filling or post and core, he will do preparation, 100%. If he is not using lubes and light and this thing, and if he doesn't have enough experience. So if you put caviet and glass enamel at the top, glass enamel will protect the tooth for a long time. When you remove it and you see the caviet, you know the difference. White, it's very white. So you can take it with a sponge, excavator, with a slow speed handpiece. So this one a piece of advice, please follow this one. You will see the difference. Patient will come after 1 or 2 years for you without any final filling. واضح؟ Look at this case. This is a case from my family. لما تدرس, there is a big brother and little brother. يعني لما أخش على البرنامج في واحد قبل. I follow his cases. This is one of his cases. She came after 2 years. في ألم في اللثة الظاهر. فتحنا السن and you see قطنة لسه موجود. بس الشيء الجميل إن الدكتور ما حط كابل، حط جلاس أيمن. فما تكسر معها بسرعة. كنت محظوظ لما فتحت السن ما زال نظيف وكويس. I disinfect and I just fill it again. I did not do like any retreatment. But if it's a cavit or any kind of other filling, it will leak within a month and you will never see something like this. It will be infected. So at the end, it's not about the file you use, it's about sound biological principle. Use rubber dam and use sodium chloride. Your life will be much easier. طيب شكرا يا جماعة. Thank you very much guys, appreciate it.